Hello everyone, my name is Zbricks and welcome back to the Zbricks Show. My name's Zach, I'll be your host, and tonight I'm going to be talking to Hoosier Bricks. Would you like to tell us a little about yourself and your YouTube channel?
Yeah, hello, I'm Hoosier Bricks. I've been on YouTube 5 years. I have some videos, but mostly it's live streams. I do have videos of my city, how much it's changed over the last 5 years. So, not much to say, really. It's all out there if you want to go check it out.
That's awesome. So he live streams usually on Saturday nights, I think. So he live streams quite a bit. So some nights you can just go check it out, and he might be live streaming. It's usually fun. He's got a few people in his live streams to talk to, and it's great. But I'll have his YouTube and his Instagram linked in the description as usual, so you can go check both of those out. And now we can just start off with some quick starter questions. So first up, when did you start building with Lego, and what were some of your first sets?
Maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I was a little kid, and actually my son's the one that got me back into it. Some people recommended it for him. So we bought him a couple sets, and of course it sparked the old flame that I used to have. What was the first one? It was a city set, the black and orange pickup truck with the black and orange boat. Can't remember what the set was called, but that was the very first one. It started it all.
Awesome. That's great. So I know that you have a lot going on with your Lego City, and I've seen some of your custom trains you've built and a bunch of your train stuff. So I see you have a lot of that. Are you interested, or I guess you are, but do you do a lot of Lego train stuff?
Oh yeah, trains is addicting, man. Once you build one, you search and search for them. I think right now I have 25, 26 different Lego trains.
Wow, that's awesome. And are most of those sets or custom, or?
I think I have all the Lego trains except for one that were in the RC. I don't have any of the 9-volt stuff. And then a couple custom construction kits that I picked up. Yeah, it's a dangerous hobby, man. It's a black hole. You never have too many.
It really is. I've just started getting into Lego trains. I'm kind of new to it. I've only got enough track for like one big loop, but I built my first engine and train car probably a few months ago, and it's got me really excited about building more. So I see what you mean by it being a black hole. And those train parts aren't cheap either. They can be pricey.
They're fun, man. I did a couple of custom box cars. Like I had custom stickers made. I did a Dr. Pepper box car, a Mountain Dew box car, the Pink Bucket Nation box car. Haven't done anything in a while. Need to get back to it.
Well,
can't go to no shows, so.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
It really stinks.
The push to build just hasn't really been there.
Yeah. But, I mean, I guess you could see it as you just have more time to build before the next show. And I think that's, it's a little bit of incentive, but it is disappointing that there hasn't been a show since, I don't know, January? It's been a while.
Yeah, I think Alabama was the last.
Mm-hmm. And then they got Alabama canceled in January, so it'll have been a year with no shows. So, but that stinks. Yeah, I was trying to make that the first show I went to, because I haven't not been to any of them yet, and I was really excited to go to one, and just got canceled. So hopefully next summer, if things are clearing up and getting better in the world, we'll be able to go to more shows. So,
Yeah. I hope they come back, man. I'm just hanging out. But it's fun hanging out around the live streams, but it's totally different hanging out in person.
yeah. So, aside from like the trains and stuff, what are some of your favorite Lego themes right now?
I like the modulars, man. I like to expand the modulars, try to keep them looking the same but bigger. That way you can still look at it and say, hey, that's a brick bank. Or, hey, that's a detective's office. So, I'm not trying to go too crazy with it. Some of the city sets, I enjoy, like, the car builds. I don't care for a lot of little mini buildings or whatever that come with it. So, I buy one of the $100 city sets. It's usually because I like the cars.
Yeah. And they like to include their cars in those sets, so...
Yeah.
There's some pretty great ones. I saw I don't know if you've seen it, but I saw the picture of the next year's, I guess it's the car transport. And it looks like it can carry like 3 regular size city cars for only $30. So I think it's a nice looking set for what it is. Unfortunately, those sets are just a little bit overpriced these days, but it's nice if you find them on sale.
Nowadays, what Lego set ain't overpriced?
I have no idea. You can very rarely find stuff that's... I mean, I guess sometimes stuff is at the so-called price per part, 10 cents per piece ratio, but a lot of times it's hard to find anything under that. I guess sometimes you have like the themes that aren't licensed under it, but unfortunately City just isn't one of those.
Yeah, it always seems City is definitely way overpriced.
Yeah, and it's a shame because it's nice to get those stuff to put in your Lego City or more real-life-esque stuff instead of like the Ninjago and Power Miners and all their themes they've come up with. I really like what you've done of some of the modulars too. I saw, I guess it wasn't too long ago, but the corner garage, how you expanded that, I really like that. He basically took I guess it's like it's almost like 2 corner garages and then a front-facing just flat modular and put them together, and it's like one big half crescent.
I wish you would. I used 4.
Wow. That's insane. I didn't realize it was that many. I thought it was 3, but man.
I think it was 4, and I had to brick link some windows. I still didn't have enough windows.
Is it 4 base plates long or 3? Man, that's huge. Wow, that's crazy. So is that usually how big you expand the modulars?
It just depends. Assembly square, I use 2 and a bunch of brick link pieces. It's on 4 or 5.
Wow.
I usually just go 2 base plates, but it depends on how I feel or how it turns out in my head. Like I'm planning at least 2 base on the new police station. So
that's a good looking one. I think the only issues I have with it, I like the idea of the small little sliver buildings, but I wish that they were like 8 stud wide or 10 stud instead of they're literally just 6 studs wide. So
yeah,
I don't even know how you could put anything in them.
On that one.
Yeah. I feel like if you made the police station maybe a little bit wider and then made those buildings wider as they were and it covered the 2 base plates, I think it would be just about perfect. But I like that they're... I mean, I don't like how small those buildings are, but it's nice to have a little bit of a breakup from the usual 16 or 32 stud-wide buildings in a city. So it's interesting. I think it would look good aesthetically. But, yeah.
It's going to be interesting to change them. Still around one day, but...
Yeah. I think the modulars, when I talk to people for my podcast, it's usually a pretty popular answer for favorite theme. And I think it's just rightfully so if people liking to build their own Lego cities. And I really haven't been able to start building my own city yet. I'm trying to veer away from the usual Lego cities with the modulars in them and try to create something like where I build my own stuff for it. But it's kind of a pricey endeavor to build a Lego city, as I'm figuring out. I didn't realize it would be as much as it is, but
yeah. I wish I did more mock building than what I do for my city. I think I got a train shed that's my own creation, and a train station, library, whatever you want. It can work both ways, and that's my own creation. But other than that, the rest is just modular buildings.
yeah. I'm thinking about doing I was thinking about a train station. I thought that'd be fun. And just keep it to maybe 2, maybe 3 base plates at the most. Probably 2 at the most. And then probably I kind of like the government buildings, like the Capitol building in DC and stuff like that. So I was thinking about making a domed building and have it white and sand green. I figured that would be fun to build and other stuff.
Somebody mentioned something I was doing the other night. Said my next mock should be a post office. So I started looking at some post office buildings online, so that might be coming.
There's some cool, just looking up old pictures of old buildings, post offices are pretty cool. And we kind of got a taste of it in the, I guess it was that Winter Village set. That was my first Winter Village set, was the post office. And it's a cool set. I'd like to see something kind of like that style with a post office. I think it was, are you talking about when you did your lug live stream? Was that what you're talking about with the post office? Because I'm remembering that now.
No, I think when we were talking about what the next mods are going to be. I think this live stream was last night.
Oh, that one. I didn't stick around for too long, so I didn't catch all of it.
Yeah, somebody was asking what my next mark was going to be. And I was like, I don't know. What should it be? And they said post office.
That'd be a cool one.
I started looking into it. And it's a good possibility.
There's some I usually try to think about cool ideas for modulars and different city things that could go into mine eventually if I ever make one. And it's hard to think of stuff, really, to come up with ideas that Lego hasn't done, but a post office seems to be a good idea.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that as a feasible thing. If they did a detective's office, they could probably do a post office. I think that would be fun. So, you were talking about conventions earlier and your trains. Do you usually bring your trains to conventions?
Yeah, I take 2 or 3 trains. Most of the time, I run 2 trains at a time, but I like to have extras in case something bad happens. Knock on wood. Something bad's only happened once. My daughter let a train derail at Philly Brickfest in the floor. But I keep extras just in case something happens. One train ain't working the way it should. I can just pull it off the layout and throw another one on. Then some of the older trains like the Maris, Santa Fe, and the BNSF, the Emerald Knight. I don't trust them running them on the layout. Guess if those come off the table and hit the floor, I would probably have a heart attack.
Yes.
They're the ones that stay staged in front of my. Stay back, Jackson. In front of my train shed. So I gotta go the other way, dude. A rail yard. The old rail yard had 5 lines. 4 lines. I think the new yard I'm working on is going to have like 8 or 9. So I want to try to get it big enough where I can load all the trains that I take to the show. That way, I want to quit running one and work it, turn power on another one, and take off with it.
Yeah, that Maersk train, I've had my eyes on it for a while, but I liked it since it released, and the ship too, because I mean I love the color scheme, and I think they're just great sets. But oh my gosh, have they gone up in price? I would have a heart attack too if that fell off the table.
Yeah, and then with the trains, I've learned how to make the bearing wheel kits, so there ain't as much friction on the train axles. So hopefully that helps save battery life and makes it where I can pull more cars.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting thing, and then we discovered 3D printed track. So like Lego curves are R40. I think now we're going to run R88 and R72. It's a longer sweeping curve. Because if you set up a train and you do the regular curve that Lego has, you'll notice the train will go real fast on the straightaway. And when it goes in the curve, it puts so much friction on it, it slows itself down.
Yeah.
So I haven't got to run them yet at a show, but we're hoping that eases down on the friction of the train itself. Changing batteries every 2 hours ain't no fun.
Yeah. And batteries aren't cheap either. So, I mean, you're saving money too.
Just depends on where you get them. I found a good deal at Home Depot. It's 60 batteries for like $22 or something like that.
That's not bad.
So that usually lasts the whole show.
Yeah, usually it's cheaper when you buy things in bulk. So, but yeah. Have you done any tests with the? I think I saw something about your ball bearing wheels before, but have you done any tests with the 3D printed track?
Not a motorized test. I've set cars on it and pushed it, and you can tell the difference just by pushing cars. And I also tested the bearing wheel kits. I'm not the greatest carpenter in the world. My tables ain't as level as they should be. I can set a regular train car on my table, and it'll stay there. Set one with the bearings on it, and it'll start rolling away.
So there's not a lot of friction, though, if they do that. No. Man, that's pretty good. That's pretty great, because, I mean, I guess for almost... it just works in better ways. But yeah. So, do you prefer, like... What kind of the motorization do you prefer for Lego trains? Like do you like the newer style or the 9-volt? Or how do you usually motorize them?
I wish I had 9-volt. I got started way too late to even think about getting 9-volt. I think I stripped piece of tracks like $5. And my last layout had over 200 pieces of straight track. So I was forced to use the RC version, the power function version. And it was for a big layout. It didn't work so because of the hour receiver. I had to be right on top of it to start it or stop it. Now the new power with the Bluetooth, I'm glad I didn't switch to 9-volt. So I love it. I can actually run 2 motors on my trains now. And with Bluetooth, it's instant. Once you start one, the other one starts. With the old power functions, if you sped it up, well, one hour receiver might have picked up the control and the other wouldn't. So one motor's going to be running faster than the other. It's just a big headache. the new power up, it makes it a lot better.
Yeah. I figured we'd talk about trains tonight, so I tonight brought with me my train engine I built, but I'm using the powered up in the back too. That was the first train motor I got, and I really like it too. I like how you have a remote and you can do Bluetooth, so just whatever you find more convenient, and it's pretty nice.
Yeah, like with the power up, when I got the first one, which was the passenger train, was the first one that I bought that had it, and at the time I had a tunnel in the layout, and I could stop and start the train inside the tunnel from the other side of the table. With I never could do that. I had to wait for it to come out, or if something bad happened in the tunnel, it just ran until I got around to it to fix it or whatever. But the power up, man, is the way to go.
Yeah, it's pretty great, and from what I've seen from other people that are interested in Lego trains online, it just seems like I haven't been around with Lego trains long enough to know what's better than what, but it really just seems more convenient is a good word to describe it. And I think that it's the new best thing for Lego trains.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't have too much experience with trains, but I've always liked them since I was a little kid, and I was just like, I'm gonna give Lego trains a chance. So I picked up the, oh gosh, it was I guess it was the 2016, the passenger train, the blue and yellow one. That's the one I got, and that was a good set because it had the two cars, and just recently I started the customization on it, and those cars are already set up with a bunch of window pieces, the bases, the wheels. All I had to do was change up colors and design and a roof and stuff, and I think it just ends up working nicely. That's a great set for starting out with customization of trains.
Yeah.
And it's probably on sale by now. It's if you can find it, I bet it is.
119 not too long ago.
That's not bad. What was it? 160 originally, I think.
159, I think. Yeah.
So that's not bad, and you get the big engine. You get two train cars. They're almost identical, and then you of course get the three bases for the train cars. You get all the sets of wheels. You get the motorized wheels, and you get the powered up box and the remote. So it's a great pack.
The best thing about that one, like you were saying, you got actual two train cars. On the other passenger trains, you got the engine, the train car, another engine.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think that's been a big complaint from Lego fans is when they only give you one train car, and then you feel like you have to buy another one in the set in order to get a good-sized train. But no. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you haven't seen the set before, to my viewers, it also comes with a full loop of track and a little tiny train platform station. So, you basically get the whole package of great train stuff for only, I guess now, close to $130. And that's pretty good for what it is. Now, it only comes with like 700 pieces, but still, most of those are track and the train bases and wheels. So it's a great model.
You buy your power function straight from Lego. It's about $80.
Yeah.
So here you put another $40, $50 to it. Comes with the train too.
Yeah, if it really costs them that much for the power functions, let's say the $80, let's say the set comes with the 700 pieces, for a proper price, I'm just going to say $70, that you're looking at $150, $160 right there. So to get it on sale, you're getting as far as Lego trains go, you're gaining a great deal on a Lego train, and I wouldn't pass it up. But yeah, it's a great one to go with if you want to start building with trains. Because I mean, aside from the extra parts I needed to build my train stuff, it was just about all I needed to really get started with it and get a loop going and motorization. So once again, thank you so much to Hoosier Bricks for joining me tonight. Make sure to go check out his YouTube and Instagram. They're both linked down below. And thank you all so much for watching my video. Even though I don't have a great upload schedule right now, I'm still in school, as you know. So I'm trying to put that as a higher priority than this, even though I really love this. So thank you all so much. Have a great day, and have a wonderful week. Zbricks out.